She posted, "Why do men think they own their girlfriend's body?" After I asked her to dress appropriately for my company party, I said nothing. Instead, I showed up to her work event wearing exactly what she'd planned to wear. Her boss's reaction made her change her attitude real quick. I, 27 male, been with Jasmine for a year and a half. She works in marketing for a startup, super creative environment where everyone dresses like they're going to Coachella every day. Me, I'm an accountant at a pretty conservative firm. We've always joked about our different work cultures, but it never really mattered until last week. My company's annual partner dinner was coming up. Big deal for me since I'm up for senior accountant. Told Jasmine about it a month in advance, mentioned it was formal, black tie optional kind of thing. She seemed cool with it. Fast forward to 3 days before the event. She shows me her outfit, a completely sheer top with just pasties underneath and a skirt that's basically a belt. I'm not exaggerating. You could literally see everything through the shirt. "Babe, that's your outfit?" "Yeah, isn't it cute? Got it from that boutique downtown." It's definitely something, but maybe something less transparent. It's a pretty conservative event. She rolled her eyes. "Are you seriously trying to control what I wear?" "No, I'm just saying the partners' wives will be in cocktail dresses and suits. This is see-through." "So? It's fashion. Sorry you work with dinosaurs who don't appreciate art. Jasmine, I'm asking you to dress appropriately for one night, for my career." She grabbed her phone and stormed off. 20 minutes later, I'm scrolling through social media and see her post. "Why do men think they own their girlfriend's body? Got told my outfit isn't appropriate for his boring work party. Maybe if corporate culture wasn't so outdated, women could express themselves freely. My body, my choice, toxic masculinity." The comments were exactly what you'd expect. Her friends calling me controlling, saying she should wear what makes her happy, dump me, etc. Her coworker Bianca wrote a whole paragraph about the patriarchy. I didn't respond, didn't comment, didn't even bring it up when she came back acting like nothing happened. "So we good for Friday?" she asked. "Yeah, we're good." She smiled, clearly thinking she'd won. Posted another update. He apologized. "We love a man who can admit when he's wrong." I never apologized, but I let her think whatever she wanted. Here's what Jasmine didn't know. Her company's quarterly client presentation was the week after my partner dinner. She'd been prepping for weeks, mentioned multiple times that her boss Diane was a total hard ass about professionalism. The tech bro CEO might wear flip-flops, but Diane ran the marketing department like it was Wall Street. Jasmine had shown me her presentation outfit 2 weeks prior, a sleek blazer and pants combo. Diane said we need to look client-ready, whatever that means, she'd laughed. So I did some shopping. Friday night came. The partner dinner. Jasmine walked out in her sheer top and micro skirt, looking smug. "Ready?" "You look confident," I said. Drove us to the venue. Soon as we walked in, you could feel the stares. My boss's wife, Patricia, literally clutched her pearls. The senior partner's face went red. Jasmine strutted around like she was on a runway, making sure to introduce herself to everyone. "I'm Jasmine, dating Trevor. I work in marketing. We believe in pushing boundaries." My supervisor pulled me aside. "Interesting choice of companion." "She's expressing herself," I said with a straight face. By the end of the night, I'd gotten 12 concerned looks. 3 whispered conversations stopped when I approached, and 1 partner asked if I understood the firm's values. Jasmine thought it was hilarious. Posted pics with captions like, "Shaking up the corporate world one outfit at a time." Wednesday rolled around, day of her big presentation. She was nervous, kept practicing her pitch. I offered to attend for support. Her company encouraged bringing +1s to these client things. "You do that? But it's during work hours." "I'll take a half day." "What time?" 2 p.m. "You're the best." Wednesday morning, she left early to prep. I waited till she was gone, then got dressed. See, I'd found an exact replica of her partner dinner outfit. Well, not exact. Had to modify it since they don't make sheer tops for men. But I found a mesh tank top that left nothing to imagination, and the shortest shorts that technically covered everything, but barely. Added some body glitter for effect. If you're gonna push boundaries, might as well sparkle while doing it. Showed up to her office at 1:45. The receptionist's eyes went wide. "I'm here for the presentation? Name?" Trevor, I'm with Jasmine from marketing. She buzzed me in, couldn't stop staring. I walked through their open office like I owned the place. Every head turned. Someone dropped their coffee, found the conference room. Jasmine was setting up, back to the door. Her boss Diane was there. Sharp woman in her 50s, dressed like she meant business. 10 clients in suits around the table. Babe, you made it. Jasmine turned, saw me, and her face went through about 17 emotions. Hi, honey. Didn't want to miss your big moment. Diane's expression was something I'll remember forever. She looked at me, looked at Jasmine, looked back at me. This is your partner? Sure am. Jasmine taught me all about pushing boundaries and expressing myself. Thought I'd support her philosophy. The clients were trying not to stare. One guy was clearly taking a photo. Jasmine grabbed my arm, whispered frantically, "What are you doing?" "Supporting you, babe. Just like you supported me at my work event." "This is different." "How? You said corporate culture needs to be less uptight. I'm helping." Diane cleared her throat. "Jasmine, perhaps we should postpone." No, we're ready. He was just leaving." "Right, Trevor? Actually, you said +1s were encouraged. I took time off work and everything." I sat down. The mesh tank really emphasized every detail in the fluorescent lighting. One client actively scooted his chair away. Jasmine tried to start her presentation but kept glancing at me. Diane's face was stone. The clients looked like they were at a car crash, horrified but unable to look away. 5 minutes in, Diane stood up. "Let's take a brief break." "Jasmine, a word?" They stepped out. I could hear Diane through the door. "What exactly is happening here? Is this some kind of joke?" "I'm so sorry. I had no idea You had no idea your boyfriend would show up to a client presentation dressed like he's going to a rave. He's making a point about something. The only point being made is that you apparently have zero judgment. These are conservative clients, Jasmine. The fashion industry isn't as progressive as you think." They came back in. Diane announced the presentation would be rescheduled. The clients filed out, one muttering about unprofessionalism. In the parking lot, Jasmine exploded. "Are you insane? You just ruined my career. I wore exactly what you wore to my partner dinner. What's the problem?" "That's different. Your event was social, mine was professional." "Oh, but I thought corporate culture needed to embrace self-expression?" "That's what your post said." "Not like that. You looked ridiculous." "So did you at my partner dinner. But when I asked you to dress appropriately, I was being controlling, remember?" She actually screamed, like full banshee wail. "You're comparing apples to oranges. I'm comparing professional events to professional events. You embarrassed me in front of my bosses. I did the same, except I didn't make a social media post calling you toxic first. I cannot believe you'd sabotage my job over a stupid outfit. Funny, that's exactly what you did to me. My supervisor asked if I understood the firm's values because of how you dressed. But I guess my career doesn't matter. She called me every name in the book, said I was petty, manipulative, psychotic, then tried to flip it. This just proves you're controlling. You literally stalked my work to humiliate me." "No, I showed up in an inappropriate outfit to an important work event. Sound familiar?" The drive home was silent. She slammed the door so hard my neighbor came out to check what happened. Update: wow, this escalated. So Jasmine went nuclear on social media, full victim mode. Posted a rant about how I deliberately sabotaged her career because I'm an insecure man-child who can't handle a confident woman. Her friends ate it up. Comments about toxic masculinity, how I'm abusive, how she deserves better. But here's where it gets interesting. Remember the client who took a photo? He posted it on LinkedIn. Not maliciously, he wrote this whole think piece about maintaining professionalism in casual work environments. No names, but the photo was clear. Me in my mesh glory, Jasmine looking mortified, Diane's face of doom. It went viral in marketing circles. Like viral. Someone connected the dots between that post and Jasmine's rants. Screenshots started circulating. People were comparing her "corporate culture is outdated" posts with the LinkedIn photo. The comments weren't kind. So she can dress inappropriately for her boyfriend's work event, but goes nuclear when he does the same? This is why I hate performative activism. Rules for thee but not for me. That poor boss looks like she wants to resign on the spot. Diane called Jasmine in for a meeting. I know because Jasmine came home raging. I'm on a pip. A performance improvement plan. Because of you. Because of me? Or because you brought your half-naked boyfriend to a client meeting? You tricked me. I supported your philosophy of boundary pushing. You're welcome. She tried to get me to contact Diane, explain it was all my idea, that I forced myself into the meeting. I laughed. Like how you forced yourself into my partner dinner? That's different. I was invited. So was I. You literally said +1s were encouraged. The real kicker came 2 days later. My boss called me in. I figured I was done for. Instead, Trevor, I wanted to address what happened at the partner dinner. I apologize for. No, I should apologize. I heard about what happened at her company. Mark from their finance department golfs with me, showed me the whole story. He actually chuckled. Took some balls to make your point like that. Stupid but ballsy. Thanks? Look, her outfit was inappropriate. We all thought so. But you handled the aftermath with class. Didn't make a scene, didn't publicly shame her. That shows maturity. The senior partners were impressed by your restraint. Plot twist of the century. I got praised for my professional handling of a difficult situation. Meanwhile, Jasmine was fighting for her job. Then came the apartment drama. We'd been living together for 6 months, both names on the lease. She decided I needed to move out immediately. I can't live with someone who destroyed my career. Your career isn't destroyed. You're on a PIP. Same thing. Pack your stuff and go. That's not how leases work. We're both on it. She tried to change the locks. I called the landlord. She got warned about illegal eviction. She retaliated by having a girls' night every single evening. Loud music, wine-drunk friends talking about what trash men are. I just started staying late at work, going to the gym, catching up with friends I'd neglected, living my life. The petty stuff escalated. She threw out my food. I labeled everything with Trevor's "Do Not Touch" in permanent marker. She accidentally bleached my work shirts. I started keeping my clothes at the office. Then she made the fatal mistake. Remember her coworker Bianca? The one who wrote the paragraph about patriarchy? She came over for wine night and said, loud enough for me to hear, "You should report him to his company. Say he's creating a hostile environment at home. Get his ass fired." Jasmine loved that idea. Yes, he ruined my career. I'll ruin his. I recorded the whole conversation from my room, just in case. Sure enough, next day HR calls me in. Anonymous complaint about concerning behavior at home affecting a coworker's partner. I played the recording. HR's face was priceless. So she's planning to file false complaints? Apparently. I just wanted you to be aware. They took it very seriously. Turns out filing false HR complaints is a big deal. They contacted Jasmine's company's HR as a professional courtesy. Jasmine's PIP meeting got real interesting after that. Diane called her in about maintaining professional boundaries and appropriate use of cross-company communications. She came home in tears. They're watching everything I do now. Diane said I'm on thin ice. Maybe don't plan to file false HR reports? Just a thought. You recorded me in my own home. Our home, where you were planning to get me fired with lies. The relationship was obviously dead, but the lease had 4 months left. Neither of us could afford to break it. So, we became the world's worst roommates. Separate everything. She'd cook elaborate meals and leave every dish dirty. I'd clean only my stuff. She'd have people over constantly. I'd invite my buddies for poker night. The turning point came when her company had another client presentation. Diane explicitly told her, no +1s, professional dress, no incidents. Jasmine bought the most conservative outfit I'd ever seen her wear. Like Hillary Clinton conservative. Practiced her presentation for hours. This was her chance to get off the PIP. Night before, she cornered me. I need to know you won't show up. Why would I show up? Because you're vindictive. I made my point. Your career is your problem now. She didn't believe me. Spent the whole next day texting me threats about what would happen if I showed up. I was at work, in meetings, living my life. Finally sent back, I'm in a budget meeting till 5. Good luck. She killed the presentation. Diane was impressed. Clients loved it. She came home actually happy for the first time in weeks. See, when you dress appropriately for the setting, good things happen. Wrong thing to say. She threw a wine glass at me, missed, but it shattered against the wall. You're such an asshole. You think you taught me some lesson? All you did was prove you're a controlling, manipulative psycho. I wore an outfit. You threw a glass. Who's the psycho? She moved out 2 weeks later. Broke the lease, paid the penalty, moved back with her parents. Last I heard from mutual friends, she's still at the company, but Diane watches her like a hawk. No more boundary pushing at work. The best part? She's still posting about toxic masculinity and controlling men. But now people who know the story just laugh. Someone even commented, "Is this about mesh tank top guy?" She deleted it immediately. My reputation at work? Solid. Turns out the partners thought the whole thing was hilarious once they got the full story. I'm known as the guy who made his point in the most ridiculous way possible. Got promoted to senior accountant last month. Started dating someone new. A teacher who thinks the story is wild, but appreciates that I stood up for myself. First thing she said when I told her, "So what you're saying is, you understand appropriate dress codes?" Yep, we're gonna work out just fine.